I got red flags. Is he showing red flags even before we date? So,
All right, let's go with that one.
you think that one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I met this guy. I met this guy on Facebook dating. I was going to delete my profile anyway, but before I did, he messaged me and we exchanged numbers. Then I deleted it. So we had our first date at his house. It was supposed to be dinner and I guess, a bonfire. But let me backtrack. Before we even met, he would say things like, "If this works out, we need to go on vacation together." I'd laugh it off. Not the first dude I ever met say that. He kept wanting to talking on the phone. He kept wanting to talking on the phone, but I hate talking on the phone because I don't know how to hang up on someone when we no longer want to talk to them. I love you. I love you. No, I love you. That one of those. I get it.
I think it's more of a millennial thing. Like, so blah 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 blah, and then like they get distracted and like, I really want to go play Xbox, and I don't know how to tell you goodbye, so I can go play Xbox or what, whatever it might be.
It's a waste of time. I get nothing. So because I didn't, he stopped talking to me. Then came back and invited me over, which, by the way, was an hour and a half away. Oh wow! I almost didn't go, but I've been told at my age of 27, I act like a prune in my 50s. I've become boring, so I took a leap of faith and just went. It was far countryside, which I absolutely love. Immediately when I entered, he was super cool, funny as hell. Nothing like through text. I guess that's why he wanted to talk on the phone. He's cute. All night he kept going on and on about how gorgeous I was. Kept asking if after this there would be a second date. I kept reassuring him, yeah, there will be. Throughout the night, he kept asking if he was doing a good job. So far, I'm going to say, fine.
He's insecure.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. This is normal. I mean, especially if you're driving, like you're only talking via text. I mean, we're gonna get to the next one. He's gonna be like, and then no, never mind. I'm not gonna
keep going. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for that big shoe.
Yeah, your face, such smooth skin. Have you ever thought about being a coat? And that's getting edited out. I can already see Hammer's face.
Nope. I'm leaving it because you said it.
He's very, very funny. Like, I never laughed that much because of a person in years. He was very charming. Again, this is great, but it also felt like his charming part was rehearsed. Like, this is how he acts to get women. I don't know. Like, for one, her kept going. For one, I guess he's trying to say he kept doing this eyebrow thing. Like the dude in Tangled. He kept mentioning of our future, mostly all the places he wants to take me, about his family, and he's a big family guy. He seems very excited. Like, overly excited, he did make me feel very uncomfortable, like I've been to his house before. To be honest, we did have sex. I knew we would. And, oh God, this is funny. And I was fine with it. He was very good at it, scary good, like a professional good. And he has a huge dick. This is hilarious. One thing I love, Post Malone and I told him because we were sharing favorite artists, and he went off for 3 to 5 minutes about how ugly he thinks Posty is, which made him seem jealous to me. So
no, Post Malone looks like he smells like things are rotting.
I think that's why Post Malone's manager quit. One of his managers quit because he said like he smelled like spoiled milk. So
yeah,
that's the thing that happened.
He smells that way. Like I've never met him. Maybe someday I will, and I hope he doesn't. But yeah. Fair.
So this is one thing I got to start getting better about when we do these. I got to start reading some of the comments. The last couple about the dating, we don't really need to read the comments, but like this one.
Wait, what's the question? Does she have a question? Are there any red flags that she's actually going to mention, or?
I mean, outside of he hates Post Malone or whatever, he's jealous of her, and he's really good at laying. Like, he's really good pipe.
He's really good at fucking. He's charming. He in no way made you feel uncomfortable being at a house that he owns an hour and a half away from where you live. He wants you to meet his family, and he's so excited about you. He's even talking about how great you'd like a vacation with him. What's the red flag? He's awkward. I get it. He's nervous. He's not a professional. I don't know.
I've absolutely had conversations with people, and I caught myself saying this. Like, everybody knows me. Like, if you know me long enough, I'm a doofus, clearly. But I'm way too comfortable around people. Yeah. That's part of me being me. Is I've literally said people like, you know how I am, and I'll say that to people who I literally met like an hour ago, and they're like, no. So that is a thing.
I remember
However,
the first time I met you, you were just giving me a massage and just reaching in my shirt and like working my pecs, and it was
yeah,
fine.
yeah, because I also am good at laying pipe.
That's weird. Me
So
too.
it was
I
the
think we
same
would have
day.
got along if you didn't love Post Malone.
So I'm gonna before we jump down this, I just want to mention this this comment. The very
Go
first
ahead.
thing I
Do it.
saw. Okay, so your impression, just to go off what you said, is nothing. None of this sounds abnormal, correct?
It sounds
This all
like
sounds
there's no red flags. How about that?
okay.
The red flag.
First,
Literally, there's a red flag. You drove an hour and a half to go to a stranger's house and then fucked him, and now you're internet asking if there's a problem. That's a red flag about the poster, perhaps. But go ahead.
yeah. Sounds like a whack job. If you can't even make it to the first date with someone before they start acting like this, I'd bounce. Maybe he's just inexperienced when it comes to talking to women. IDK.
That's like,
Come on. Come on.
I agree with Nerd Dad here. It is weird to talk about vacations on the first date, but if
True.
he doesn't have a lot of topics lined up and he just planned a vacation, it could happen. I wouldn't do it. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't mention it for weeks until I really liked
Yeah.
this woman and thought she might be fun on vacation. But
Right. That
you know, I get that it's weird, but I don't think it's a red flag either. The guy was charming, even though he
So,
was nervous. He was charming enough
kinda
to get her pants off.
right. I'm going to piggyback off of Nerd Dad a little bit because this is my thing. Is there is such a thing as reading people, reading between the lines, and there are people to rehearse. We've talked about this before in past conversations. Like people put on a mask when they're on a date, right? 9 times out of 10, you're not really talking to that person.
I'm talking the best version of that person.
You're talking to the best version of themselves, right? And if her gut instinct is telling her this seems a little, kind of rehearsed, you got to take that in consideration because you've talked to people like who are just trying to BS you and just navigate like a conversation around you to, we've all had those conversations. So is it possible? Sure. Red flag? I don't know. Talking about
I don't know.
vacation is
When I
a
hear
bit
the
of
word
a
rehearse, I mean, I think that she believes he's practiced every line he uses on every girl that comes over, that this is a shtick more than it's.
yeah.
He knows what works, and he'll continue to go back to the well of raising the eyebrows or talking about family, whatever it might be. I think
Yeah.
he has talking points. I think he knows a few things that generally works for him. But I don't. I have this problem. People that can rehearse entire evenings of conversations and lead the whole thing are very few and far between. If he's one of them, he should be doing something else for a living.
I mean, yeah. So nothing really stuck out there, but that's the closest thing I could say is having a conversation about vacation and stuff. And if her gut is telling her this seems a little too,
Hire
I
our
keep
friend
wanting to
Nerd
say by the
Dad
books,
follow
but
him around and find out what he's really up
let's do a GoFundMe.
to. Yeah, it's a
A yellow
flag, not a red
flag.
flag.
Oh, that's good.
It's good.